Let's get it.
Hey.
Today is a special day.
Heard.
We are somewhere different. Yeah. This is what the people asked for.
This is what the people asked for. They asked for a different space, so we did it.
Yes.
Period.
Episode 10.
Period.
And I'm sure you all can see that we have somebody different here today.
Period.
Sir, Gorgeous George.
Curious George. The Magic Man George.
The Magic Man, Magic Mike.
Genie.
We have George Stanton here with us today.
What's going on?
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Yes. Celebrating episode 10 with us. If you are watching on YouTube, make sure you like, subscribe, and hit that bell.
Comment. Thing.
And if you are tuned in on your favorite streaming platform, thank you for tuning in.
Period.
Okay.
What's your name?
My name is T.
And I'm Lizzie. Period.
And you want to say it again for the people?
George is the first name. Stan,
Yes.
Period.
George, how you been, man?
Right.
I've been doing really well. How you
Yeah,
been?
long time no see.
Yeah, it's
Really
been a
long
minute.
time.
Yes.
We all met at school.
Yep.
D to the U.
DU.
Dominican University.
You graduated 2021, right?
21. Class
Okay,
21.
so I had to take an extra year, so I graduated.
Which is
21.
where?
Okay.
Yeah.
Probably the worst class to graduate with, but it's okay.
Yeah, that was after pandemic. That was tough.
It was bad.
Yeah, man. They
living on
kicked you all off campus. Had to drive all the way to Michigan with all your shit. Wait, did you go to Michigan?
Yeah, I went all the way back home.
Yeah.
Detroit, Michigan in the house.
Yep.
Shout out to
Born and
Detroit.
raised.
Do y'all call it the D?
Yeah.
D-Town. I thought it's called D-Town, right? It's called D-Town.
Not D-Town.
Oh.
No, it's everything's not Chi-Town.
I thought it was called-
it's just Detroit D.
From
Yeah.
No, because in Big Sean's song, he say from the D-Town to the DMV. Yeah, all these bad.
Maybe because Big Sean be around drug dealers and shit, so they
Okay.
probably just speak a little differently than
Okay.
George, modest great man right
I mean,
here.
maybe D-Town was a thing. I haven't heard it, but
Maybe, I
anyway.
don't know. But
Man, tell us about your upbringing.
Yeah, so born and raised in Detroit. Came to Chicago in 2016 for college. But before then, I went to middle school, Detroit high school, suburb of Detroit called Grosse Pointe South High School. And then, I was really big into soccer. Like, that was what I thought I wanted to do.
Yeah.
Professionally. So, from 5th or 6th grade is when I decided, all right, like, I want to, I had a best friend at the time that was really into it. So he got me into it. So I was like, all right, this is what I want to do. So I played in middle school, like the equivalent of AAU basketball, like club soccer. So played in middle school, then got to high school, and then I got recruited to play at Dominican.
Yeah.
But that didn't last too long. I had a physical issue that was kind of building up gradually over time, and by the end of my freshman year, it got to the point where I kind of lost my passion for playing because it was just I couldn't play as well anymore because of the issue. It was like my feet. One of my feet is flat.
Yeah.
One is arched.
Yeah.
So it was off like the equilibrium of
Yeah.
your body. So I had like ankle pains, back pains
Yeah.
after playing
All that.
So after my freshman year, I quit. And that gave me so much time, so much, free time. As you know, playing a college sport is very time consuming.
Yeah.
So after I stopped playing, I had so much time on my hands that I started getting back into magic. I had gotten into magic in the 5th or 6th grade, but didn't start taking it seriously, like super seriously, until after I stopped playing soccer. So with all that free time, I kind of got back into it. And, I decided I wanted to pursue it professionally in like maybe late 2017. And so from there, it's been a upwards journey.
Yeah.
What was it, 5 years later? I started doing it full time, became full time April 2021. So it's been a journey.
Yeah, speaking of magic, that's why I thought you'd be a great guest to kickstart this milestone week, episode 10. Bring some entertainment to the people.
Yeah, of course.
Bro, you got your cards, man?
I do.
Because I know you probably didn't elevate it because all you was doing was a lot of card tricks on campus.
Yeah, so that's interesting because you guys were there like
from the beginning,
like
yeah.
when I first started. So I guess you guys have seen the growth, so to speak.
Yeah,
It's funny because when George first started, I used to watch this show called The Masked Magician.
Yeah.
And when George first started, when he showed me his first magic trick, I said, "Man, I'm gonna get it. I know the magic trick."
I remember this.
Yeah,
you told me you and your dad.
Yeah, we watched it. We watched
that.
Masked Magician. I said, "George, this ain't no magic trick. What you talking about?" Then he did it. I said, "Bro, what just happened?" I couldn't keep up. Like, cause on Masked Magician, they show you the trick and then they show you how they did it. Like they reveal the secrets to. So I thought I was a mastermind. I thought I knew it all, right?
Well, yeah. Well, the thing with that show, it's all stage illusions that they would do. So, and I don't do stage magic. I'm a close-up magician. So,
period. Tell
definitely.
me. Period. Correct me. I mean,
No.
clearly I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Period.
I say that because what you thought. You had a lot of knowledge.
Yeah.
Was nothing.
Clearly knew nothing.
So.
Clearly.
Yeah, it's been 5 years since you got back to it. So if you started out with cards and you don't know how to light me on fire, I don't know if you was really growing.
On fire.
If you can't light me on fire right now, I don't know if you've grown to be the magician that I thought you would grow.
I think that would alarm you if I did. If I could do that. I don't think
if you don't know sorcery yet.
Sorcery? Are you kidding me? Voodoo? Put some voodoo on somebody?
That's not.
Well, George has met a lot of people along the way, though.
Yes, you definitely
on Instagram,
have.
TikTok, you have met a lot of people. You have touched many people because I be seeing you at the parties and the kickbacks and the whatever. I said, okay, you up in there with Ryan from
Black Ink.
Black Ink, and I saw the other video. I think you did one with King Louis, right?
Yeah, I saw King Louis.
I saw one with King Louis. So
that was the early stages, like 2018.
Yeah.
So you've been in this for a minute.
Talk about the time that you were able to perform for your first celebrity.
Yeah, I think that was King Louis. So I was working with someone at the time that was connected with him, and he was like, "Hey, like, I know King Louis. Like, I think he would, really like what you do. Like, I want to set it up." So, my videographer at the time, I was at his place, and King Louis just came to his spot, and he was very. I mean, because rappers, like, I didn't know like what his demeanor would be, if he would be, like the hard, like, nothing phases me, like I'm not impressed by anything type, but that guy is like a teddy bear.
Yeah.
Like, he was very nice from the beginning, and he was actually, King Louis posted me doing something for him on Instagram.
Oh, okay.
This was like early on when like I didn't really have any content out, so I think I got like maybe 500 followers because of that. But because it was like in the early stages, like, I wasn't really putting content out, and I didn't really keep those followers, and I like probably lost the majority of them. But yeah, he was the first one, and he was really, really nice. He was very supportive, and it was really, really fun performing for him. His reactions were very big. I think I still have some video from that day, but that was 2018.
Okay.
I think summer 2018.
Time is flying.
Time is flying. Does it feel like we was just in school together? Freshman year, doing a bunch of dumbass shit in Cogler.
He said 2018. It's 2022.
Yeah.
I feel like I lost a few years.
You see, Lizzie, she wasn't with us when we came into Dominican, so she don't know how fun freshman year actually was.
I got that experience.
Yeah, it was interesting.
I was definitely a way different person back then.
I feel like all of us, we were all, like, we were talking about Cal, like, you just look at Cal, he looks extremely different than just freshman year. Like, so you brought up social media and how just performing for King Louis, him posting you, gave you 500 plus followers just from that moment. This podcast pretty much started because I I was frustrated with social media, especially during the pandemic. Like, I feel like everybody had time on their hands and just were on their phones the entire time. And so it just became a very negative and clout chasing time in my perspective. And so I needed some type of outlet. And so I thought a podcast would be a great outlet for me because I'm just so opinionated and people actually listen to me. So So I was like, all right, let me try this out. And so it kind of got to where I wanted to use my influence and see if I could change the social media realm. And so you say that, would you say that like social media has played or had some type of influence with your career?
Yeah, I would definitely say so. I mean, that's been the, only outlet of, getting, what I do and letting people see it, out there. TikTok has been big for me as of late. My sister always told me like, like a while, like when TikTok first started coming out or it got popular, she was like, man, you need to get on TikTok. Like, I feel like you would really blow up on TikTok. And I was listening to her, but not really listening to her. I was like, oh yeah, but, not really serious about it.
Yeah.
But, then I got kind of serious about it and started posting on there. And my first video that blew up, I think that was a couple months ago now. I think it got like 400,000 views or something like that, and that was like the start of I'm like, all right, I gotta take TikTok seriously, like this, and I think I got like probably like 8,000 followers like from that video. So I was like, all right, yeah, TikTok, I need to get on here and I need to be posting and all that. So, but all in all, social media has been like a kind of like a trial and error type of thing with me. Like I know for social media, consistency is pretty key. So that's like something that, I've struggled with, and, I've had to kind of learn, and like the algorithm too. Like I'm still, I feel like, because with Instagram now, it's like Instagram's trying to be like TikTok, and people aren't really liking that.
Yeah.
And, it's just been, my whole relationship with social media has been like trial and error, but it's helped me a lot. I've get a lot of business through social media. That word of mouth is really big too. But yeah, I mean, I'd say all in all, social media has impacted me pretty positively. You got to go ahead.
Oh, no, I'm just waiting on you. Your mama told me wait till they done speaking. Now, TikTok is definitely a different ballgame, and it's kind of like changed the way that we do content and post videos. So what was your like perspective going into TikTok? Because you see people dancing, you see people doing all this other shit, ain't got nothing to do with magic. How did you figure out your niche?
On TikTok, so I guess TikTok started as like a dance, really like a more of a dancing type of thing, because it got super popular during the pandemic.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I didn't really have any idea of, I mean, I knew I was gonna post magic videos, like that's what I do, but I didn't really have a idea of like how the algorithm worked and things like that. So, when I first started posting on TikTok, I was like, okay, like let me just like post a bunch of. So I started off like posting like not really like magic. It was more so like highlight videos of like performances and whatnot, which weren't doing like that well. So I was like, all right, let me see about posting like actual magic. And when I started doing that, I started kind of seeing some traction and like people coming across my TikTok page and following me and whatnot. And like I said, the first video that I posted on there was a couple months ago that really kind of blew up. That kind of like opened the TikTok doors for me, so to speak, and just kind of made me realize the power that TikTok can hold. Because I know TikTok has like changed a lot of people's lives.
Yeah.
Like that has been a game changer for a lot of people.
Yeah, they making bank.
Are you at
like
the
point? What's her name? The white girl that got super popular for dancing.
Allison, maybe. I think her name's Allison.
I don't remember.
I don't know. She don't need press time. Right. She got enough. She got enough.
Yeah. I was just an example of somebody's
a lot of people
that.
have liberated themselves through TikTok, but I feel like TikTok's now at the point where they're trying to now be that record label that'll give you a 360 deal because they now have that stature, I suppose. So you need us is what TikTok is at now instead of we need you to make the content.
Yeah.
Are you at the point where you have brand deals? Like brands, do they reach out to you and ask you to advertise them?
Yeah, so actually, like recently, a brand reached out to me a couple weeks ago after seeing one of my TikTok videos that really blew up. I had another one like recently, a couple weeks ago that did like super super well. And my first brand that was a couple weeks ago reached out to me. I think they're called Jungle Creations or something like that. They sent me an email. I was like, hey, like we saw your TikTok. We love your videos. We love to work with you and do X, Y, and Z. So that was the first one a couple weeks ago.
Congratulations on that.
Yeah. So see how that goes.
So you took the time to make magic like your full-time job, right?
Mm-hmm.
So is there anything about like doing magic that still scares you, that still gives you like butterflies? Like, cause you've been doing this for a while now, so like, you know, most of the time you've done it a few times, so it's like, okay, you practice. But is there still anything that like gives you butterflies, or stuff that you're scared of, stuff that you're scared to like step into on the first try, and then you're like, okay, I got it now, or it's like you're always like ready and willing to go?
Yeah, so that's a good question. I was definitely so now no. When I first started, like when I first did street magic for the first time, this was January 2018. I was out with my videographer, and I was very nervous and apprehensive to approach people, like on the street, because the idea of going up to someone and being like, you know, hey, like I'm a magician, like, you know, I'm out here filming street magic. Can I show you something? Like it's very, you know, it's just kind of scary to think about at first, because you know you're thinking about, you know, like, you know, what if they say no? Then you've got like that rejection, and you know I was kind of like really just starting, so I was still nervous about performing and whatnot. So that was a hump I had to get over, was approaching people. Now it's second nature.
Right.
You know, I will approach anyone, anytime, anywhere. You know, and that's just doing it over and over and over and over again. But that was definitely a big thing for me, was, you know, approaching people on the street. That had me a little nervous. Or, you know, now, you know, 5 years later, like it's second nature. You know, I don't have a problem with it. I love it. You know, street magic is my...
Hey, you, come here. Do this magic with me. How do you do it?
My approach. Not that.
How do you do it? Hey, you.
No, what I do, I go up to someone, or I see someone that I want to approach, or a group, and I say, hey, you know, my name is George. I'm a magician. Me and my videographer are out here filming. You know, is it okay if I show you guys some stuff? And I'd say 90% of the time it's a yes. Maybe 85% of the time it's a yes. But there's definitely a lot of people that, you know, say no, and, you know, F off, or, you know, so that's...
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
Somebody done told you F off?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I mean, it's yeah.
Was that a Chicago one?
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
Man.
But also in Hollywood too. So when I went to California and I was doing street magic in Hollywood, because I think people are just so used to people coming up trying to sell you something, or trying to, you know, you got the guys like on the street that are like trying to hand you their mixtape, and like, you know, and like try to get you to pay for it,
or trying to rob you and trying to distract you at the same time. Like, you just don't know.
Yeah, so I think people being conditioned to that makes it harder in Hollywood, like in that area I was in, to approach people, because, you know, no, everyone's always used to, you know, saying, oh no, I'm okay, and, you know, keeping it moving. But yeah, that, going back to your question, it was in the beginning, definitely approaching people was the nerve-wracking part for me, but now it's super easy.
So if we were to ask you to do a little trick, could you do that for us?
Yeah, right now?
Yeah,
of course.
You got your cars. You're gonna whip the cars out.
Yeah.
Have you ever fucked up before?
Oh yeah.
Really?
But but now it's to the point where, you know, you're able to recover in a way that people don't even know that you made a mistake.
Period.
Most of the time, most scenarios. There's some things where if you know, mess up and then it's not really recoverable, but it's, you know, doing it over and over and over again. That was another thing when I first started, was being afraid to make a mistake. And you can't have that worry as a magician, because if you're afraid to make a mistake, then you most likely will.
You got charisma though, so like you can kind of like not let them know you made a mistake if you talk your way through it.
Yeah, I mean, then that's the cool thing about magic, is no one knows what you're gonna do.
Yeah, they don't know your trick.
So it's like, even if something goes wrong,
you could just say,
you just kind of jazz it out, and you know, make it until it.
They don't know your trick, but I do. I always You know, I always get them.
This is what she's been saying for 5 years now.
I know what's gonna happen. So if you are listening on the platforms, I'm sorry, but you're gonna have to go to YouTube
to see the
tricks.
Period.
But yeah, I'll try to zoom in as much as I can on whatever you show us.
Yeah, I'll try to. I mean, this should be fine for it. So.
Okay.
So we'll do this. Make sure you guys can see that these are all different. Like they're not all the same card or anything like that. Yeah.
Okay.
They are not all the same cards.
Look okay.
Yeah.
I know you're the skeptical one.
Mm-hmm.
So I mix.
Mix it one more time.
Here we go.
What's the bullshit?
So Tamaya, do you want to do this first part or the second part? It's up to you.
I'm gonna let Lizzie do the first part so I can watch what you're doing.
Oh my God.
So Lizzie, do me a favor. Can you think of any card? Just think of one.
Okay.
Do not say it out loud.
Don't think of nothing common, all right? Ace of spades. Don't be one of those.
Okay.
You have a card in mind?
Uh-huh.
You agree I don't know.
Yeah.
You agree Tamaya should not know.
Correct.
So here's what I do. I place one card in a specific location inside. So one card goes in a specific location. These go back inside the box. Now I'm committed to this. Can you hold on to these?
Okay.
For the first time.
Pocket, sir. All right.
For the first time, can you say the card you're thinking of out loud?
Two apart.
Okay, if you're not sure, you can absolutely change, but it's up to you.
No, I don't want to change.
Tamaya, do me a favor. Can you name a number? We'll say up to 50. Up to 50.
For the am I supposed to say it out loud?
Go ahead, yeah.
All right, 47.
Okay. If you're not sure, you can change, but it's up to you.
That's cool.
Are you positive?
Mm-hmm.
Can you hand the box over to Tamaya? Tamaya, can you take all the cards out of the box? Make sure they don't spill. Great. You can turn them face down. Good. You thought of a card. You said the 2 of hearts.
Mm-hmm.
Out of all the numbers you could have named, you said 47.
Mm-hmm. It's going to be the 47th card.
Can you get rid of 47 cards face down in my hand one by one? From the top. You can
All right, do what?
Count to 47.
One.
But
Damn, I
face
should
down
have
in my
said
hand.
10.
You can turn them face down.
Okay, 2,
1,
3,
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14,
15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
47.
Flip it.
Well, this was 47?
No, this is.
That's 47?
This is.
Okay, so get rid of it. That's 47. Put it face down. You said the 2 of hearts, right?
No. She said 2 of hearts.
Right.
Yeah.
And this was, you said 47.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this was, so can you hold out your right hand palm up?
How you feeling maneuver?
Well, this was 47, and you said the 2 of hearts. She's holding the 2 of hearts.
So if you flip this card over, this is going to be 2 of hearts?
She's holding the 2 of hearts, Lizzie.
Flip this card over.
This it's not.
Flip the card over.
She's holding the 2 of hearts.
Flip the card over.
See?
Show it to the camera, too, if it is actually that shit. It is. Show it.
Yeah, she's holding. No. I meant she's holding the 2 of hearts.
Lizzie's holding it.
Oh, Tamaya's holding 2 of hearts.
No, she's holding it.
Oh, isn't she actually holding it on the fucking card?
Oh, she actually is.
You see that card? What the fuck, bro?
Not the actual. Oh my God.
Bruh,
okay.
get this Queen Elizabeth out my face.
Are you kidding me? Wow,
yeah,
George.
so obviously I knew it, but I was just playing it off for Lizzie.
Right.
But I knew that trick. We used to practice it in the dorm rooms.
Y'all used to practice it together?
Yeah, we used to practice together.
Okay, Tamaya, shut up.
I told her, like, they're not going to get it. She's hope. They're not going to
Are you kidding me?
Exactly. So, yeah, that was a cool little trick.
She is holding the 2 of hearts. You're right. Wow. Well,
Tamaya's been trying to downplay everything I do for the past 5 years.
I told George I knew what he was doing and I didn't, but now I give George his credit. You know what I'm saying? Tamaya, she just a hating asshole.
So you know what? Tamaya,
always been a hating asshole.
To your, so maybe that was a coincidence.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe I got lucky, right? It's possible. It's not likely, but it's possible.
Yes.
So we'll take it up a notch. Do me a favor. Can you take the deck? And can you cut a portion from the top into my hand, however much you want? Great. And can you put the rest on top? Great. Are you right-handed?
Yeah.
So you're going to reach in and you're going to grab one that you like, but do not look at it. Hold it to your chest.
Hold on.
It's up to you.
Not prayers. Girl, grab this card and come on.
Cause maybe.
Do not look at it. Hold it to your. You can grab, but don't. Look
No. Cause you stopped on that one. Hold on.
Okay, so here we'll start over.
Cause you was too busy praying. Hurry your ass up.
I'm trying to make sure that he ain't got God on his side or something. All right, stop.
But do not look at it. Hold it to your chest. Good. And if you're not sure, you can absolutely change, but it's up to you.
Okay, I'm gonna keep it.
Okay. Do you agree Lizzie does not know what card you have?
No, she shouldn't.
So, Lizzie, you're going to decide what card she's holding, which sounds weird, but I'm going to show you how you're going to do it. Can you think of a number between, we'll say 1 and 52, but do not say it out loud? And maybe change a few times. That way I can't know no one will know.
Okay.
Do you have a number in mind?
Uh-huh.
So I have a note in my phone that I'm going to show you, but before I show you that, can you say the number you're thinking of out loud?
12.
Okay, if you're not sure, you can change, but it's up to you.
No, I don't want to change.
Are you sure?
I'm positive.
Lizzie, have you ever used notes before in your phone?
Uh-huh.
So in my notes, I have a note called the 52 cards, numbered 1 to 52. Can you maybe go through them? And we'll zoom in a second. But can you see that it's a list of the 52 cards, numbered 1 to 52, all different cards, yes?
Correct.
Now you said what number?
12.
12. What card is that number 12?
9 of diamonds.
So maybe if you had said 13, it would have been what?
3 of diamonds.
Or 11, it would have been what?
Queen of hearts.
But you said 12, which is the...
9 of diamonds.
Now, you took a card, but you haven't even looked. You've been holding it to your chest. I gave you the option to change. You didn't want to, which is fine. And I gave you the option to change your number, which you didn't want to either.
Right.
12 is...
9 of diamonds.
Can we see what you have?
Boy! 9 of diamonds. George, how do you do this? Will you ever do a trick reveal on one trick? Will you ever? Ever. No. Damn. Never? If somebody paid you, you would never reveal it.
No, I mean, I think the whole thing about magicians not revealing how they do what they do is because it's hours and hours and hours, years and years and years of practice and trial and error. So it's like as a magician, you've spent so many years trying to perfect this one thing for you to now just give it away and tell someone the method is not ideal.
So is it safe to say that magicians are gatekeepers?
I guess you could say that.
Can you tell us this? Can you tell us, is it a brain game? Is it just us? Are we silly? Do we not see what you're doing? Or is it like...
Nah, of course not. I always tell people, I think magicians, like the ones who create the methods behind and the psychology of how everything works, like they're some of the smartest people in the world because the thinking behind it is so ingenious. Like you couldn't even think about the method behind certain things. Like
that's almost dangerous, George.
It is in a way. I mean, it can, things can be used for evil purposes, I guess.
Uh-oh.
Okay, so
not evil.
The real
evil is an exaggeration.
Theatric magic tricks, like the ones where they cut people in half and shit. Is that just... That's not real, right?
Yeah, so that's kind of what I was talking about earlier, stage magic, stage illusions. That's, not my area. I prefer close-up magic, and I think that's the best form of magic for me because it's so intimate, it's so close up. A lot of people tell me like, oh, I went and saw this magic show, but it was from a distance, but this is so different because it's right in front of my face and I don't see what you're doing. So close-up magic has always, been the best form for me. But yeah, the cutting people in half and, that's...
Changing a lion into a girl at the circus.
Yeah, those are like, the stereotypical things that people think about when you think magician. But it's always exciting for me because, people always say like, oh, like this is nothing like what I thought it would be. So going to performances, it's exciting because I know it's not going to be anything that anyone's expecting. Okay.
So before we actually hop into our sectors, I'm gonna ask you to participate in the little game that we have.
Okay.
It's called Weird or No.
Oh, okay. I think I saw this. That was episode 9, right?
Yeah. Yes.
I'm caught up.
Okay, we popping. Girl. So you kind of know the game, but I'll just restate it. You basically have to give me an answer of whether this headline that I give you is weird or not, and then you can only give a 1-sentence explanation on why.
Why it is or is not?
Yes. Okay, so I'll give you a practice one, and then after that, we're going to get the ball rolling. Okay. It is now illegal for anyone under 21 to purchase whipped cream in New York. Weird or no?
That's weird.
Why?
Wait, say it again?
It is now illegal for anyone under the age of 21 to purchase whipped cream in New York.
It's illegal?
Yeah.
For anyone under the age of 21 to purchase whipped cream in New York. I'd say weird.
Why?
Because why would it be illegal to purchase whipped cream?
Out of all things,
whipped cream
make illegal.
I think that's what makes that weird is the whipped cream. Like, why do you need to be?
Okay. So I asked you for one sentence.
That was my first one. I said because why would it be illegal to purchase whipped cream?
Yeah, that's the practice one, but this is speed rounds now. Okay.
One sentence.
So one sentence is one sentence.
All right. I need to practice right
now. Okay. Vanessa Bryant is to donate $16 million to the Mamacita Foundation from her payout. Weird or no? Why?
I would expect her to do something like that.
Okay. The White House calls out Republicans criticizing student loan forgiveness by sharing their forgiven PPP loans. Weird or no?
Wait, say that one more time.
The White House calls out Republicans criticizing student loan forgiveness by sharing their forgiven PPP loans. You mean to say it one more time? Okay, weird. Why?
See, more than one sentence just popped in my head, but I keep it at one.
Yeah.
Because why would forgiven PPP loans have... Wait, read it one more time.
The White House calls out Republicans criticizing student loan forgiveness by sharing their forgiven PPP loans. So they're mad that we are getting student loan forgiveness.
Yeah, weird.
So the White House said, y'all had got forgiveness. What the fuck?
But it's like a lot of money. Like it'd be like 1.3 million, but they got their money forgiven.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they mad that we getting our student loan.
You see, we going against the game right now.
Weird.
Okay. All right, no more help.
Okay.
Box of guns mistakenly delivered to a Pennsylvania high school.
Weird.
Why?
Because why are guns being delivered to a school?
This is all real things.
These are real headlines?
These are real headlines.
Oh, okay.
The Nylon magazine gave Kim Kardashian credit for the side parting of hair.
Weird. This is one of those things that I don't have enough knowledge on to...
You think Kim Kardashian made up the side part?
Oh, so that's what they're trying... So, no. So, not weird. Yeah, weird. Yeah.
George is cracking.
This is not speed round at all.
I'm putting too much thought into my answers.
It's okay, George. It's okay. Because I do the same thing. That's why she made one fucking sentence.
All right.
Missouri school district announces the return of paddling as punishment for students.
Weird.
Why?
Oh, wait. Paddling as in like...
Yeah.
Weird. Yeah.
The same. Why?
Because you shouldn't physically hurt kids in schools.
Period.
Okay.
I'm with you when you right.
Dennis Rodman plans to go to Russia to help with the release of Brittany Griner.
No. That's not a weird headline.
Why?
Because if that's what he wants to do, then that's what he wants to do. I mean...
Biggie's daughter puts up a $1.5 million bond for boyfriend's hit and run case.
You said whose daughter?
Biggie's.
Biggie's daughter puts up a $1.5 million bond for what?
her boyfriend's hit and run case?
No.
Okay. Why?
Because I would expect her to want to help him out.
Okay. All right. Police arrest a man who tried to buy stolen human remains.
Is that headline weird? No. Because why is he trying to buy human remains? That's weird.
Okay, last one.
I'm thinking too critically. I'm sorry. That's on my brain.
Okay.
Go ahead.
The magician, George Stanton, sets an assistant on fire after a failed magic trick.
Weird.
Why?
No.
Why?
I would never have an assistant, nor would I ever set anyone on fire.
So you'll set on fire. He said, "I will never have an assistant."
That one's real too?
No.
Yeah, hopefully that does not become real. But you have survived. Weird or no?
Barely.
Barely, but you made it.
Yeah, so that's our game. Thank you for playing with us. Okay, so we're going to actually get right into the sectors. So everything that you pretty much just gave a slight opinion on touches pretty much our sector. So our sectors are hot topics, current events, music and entertainment, mental health, and that's it. So we're pretty much going to be touching all of that for the rest of the episode. So we're going to get right into music, and I'm going to let Lizzie take over. And she's going to give you... Actually, before we get to that, I'll just ask you, what are you listening to lately?
So when I started, so it's kind of backstory to this. When I started putting out videos of me performing and YouTube videos, I would always look for beats or music to put behind the videos.
Mm-hmm.
And so when I started doing that, I got really into listening to instrumental beats. I'm like a very, very relaxed person 99% of the time. So I think my music choice is reflective of that. So I'm like really big on like chill instrumental beats. That's probably what I've been like listening to the most the past like 2 years, honestly. Which I think is different than most of the people, that ask me like, oh, what type of music do you listen to? That's what it's been for a while now, but I have very diverse music taste. So, it could be anywhere from R&B, hip hop, rap to reggae to alternative to house to there's even some country songs I like, and I think I get my music taste from my mom. She's very diverse as well, but mostly it's been like chill instrumental beats type of.
So you're from Detroit. What you know about house music? It's a big house music influence in Detroit?
I don't think so. I got into house music because of my dad. He would play. He'd have these CDs that he'd play in the car all the time when I was little. That's what really got me onto house. But I love it. It's You guys like house?
Yeah, I like house. It's okay.
I said what?
You said alternative. I've never heard that before. What is that?
Like alternative? Like
not you breathing hard. What?
Because I know I hate
anybody else had a
I hate that word. I hate the word when you use it to describe something that's indescribable.
Oh.
It's basically indescribable.
I don't even know how I would describe. How would you describe it?
But I don't, because they throw anything that they can't understand into that genre. So if you can have alternative R&B, you can have alternative rock, you can have alternative pop.
Does it have like a specific sound? Like when you hear EDM, you know it's EDM.
So rap, right? Mm-hmm. They'll throw Rico Nasty as an alternative rap. Because she's rapping, but she also has rock influence with her rap instead of just the typical.
So rap. Is it like a cross of genres?
I would say.
Yeah.
Okay.
When I said it, I was saying like, giving examples of the different range in music. So I think I was thinking alternative rock at the time to contrast from, I think the last thing I said before that was rap or hip hop or something, or reggae. But that's what I was thinking. But yeah, it could be alternative, like a lot of different music. I think I was thinking alternative rock. In that
How you be rocking out to reggae? Because you don't look like the dancer. You look like you probably tap your foot to reggae and.
Well, no.
You gotta get out.
So you're probably thinking of like the African like dance hall Afro beats type of thing. I don't really listen to that a lot. I've heard some that I like that one. What's the one song that all the women put on their the music behind their vacation videos? This is the piece that I cannot find. Like that one.
Tim's.
Is it
Piece of Me? No, that's not. That's not Tim's.
Yeah, that one.
It is Tim's, but I don't know the name.
It's not. I don't think it's called Piece of Me though.
So when I was saying reggae, I'm talking like chill, like Bob Marley. Like my favorite song, one of my favorite songs ever, is called "Waiting in Vain" by Bob Marley. And it's a very, not energetic.
So you like marijuana reggae?
Yeah.
Okay.
Marijuana reggae?
Marijuana reggae.
Well, I understand what you mean because my stepdad always makes jokes and he's like, "Oh, you listen to this reggae? Like I know you smoking a ton of weed."
Exactly.
Over there. And I'm not smoking a ton of weed, or at least, I'm not.
Thank you.
Marijuana
reggae.
He was saying this when I was in high school, so I definitely wasn't even thinking about it then. But yeah, I know what you mean.
Alternative R&B is earth tone R&B. That's what I call it. Earth tone R&B. So I asked you that because I feel as if I feel like I got like a good eye for what type of music somebody listens to. So I feel like you probably gonna say I listen to everything, and it's not gonna be like it's not gonna be like okay. So I'm gonna say the typical music that the Black community enjoys. I feel like you was just like a semitone down from that. Like you're more chill. So I don't know. I gave Lizzie the task to take over music. So this is just our music version of Weird or All. And so she's gonna ask you some music related questions, and you just gotta, it either is this or that.
It's hot or not. So like, just say like if you think they're good. If you want to go into explanation, you can. But
okay. This is interesting. I was fully prepared to talk about magic and the whole time, but this is cool.
Okay. All right. So, Kendrick Lamar.
Hot or not?
It's got to be one word.
You can give us one word and no explanation, or you can give us one word and an explanation. Just make it quick.
Somewhere between hot and not. So hot. So hot. There's a lot of songs that I've heard that I like. So I'm gonna go off of songs that I've heard that I've like really liked by them. So I would say hot. There's definitely songs that I don't like by him and his. But yeah, we'll leave.
They said what?
Do you listen to R&B?
Yeah.
Okay, Jasmine Sullivan.
Hot.
Okay.
Period. Come on, man.
Period. Okay. Gucci Mane.
Nah.
Okay. If you want to get an explanation, you can. You don't have to.
I think I've only heard one Gucci Mane song that I really like. So I'm gonna say.
Doja Cat.
So let me ask you something. So are we like, what are you basing? Like, what am
No,
I?
it's up to you. It's up to you. Whatever you base it off. That's why we asked. If you want to give an explanation, you can. If not, don't.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to say hot because I have heard some Doja Cat songs that I like.
Okay.
That's what I'm going to base this off of. I've heard songs that I like by them.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Weekend.
Hot.
Okay. Fantasia.
Trying to think of a Fantasia song right
when
now.
I see you.
Oh, I do like that song.
Okay.
Hot.
He's a hot.
Black Youngster.
Not, but he's funny.
Okay.
He's really funny.
Period.
Yes, he is.
Y'all seen that Nardwuar interview with him?
The dude with the curly hair?
Yeah, and he reveals something that like he shouldn't know.
Yeah.
And that it became a meme. He was like, How do you
yeah.
Oh my God.
But he's funny. I'm gonna say not.
He's a clown for sure. But Lil Uzi Vert.
Lil Uzi ran our freshman year.
Yeah. I definitely like some I'm gonna say hot.
You like Lil Uzi?
Like, there's no one that you've said I've liked, like, you know,
For real.
for like I've just heard songs. Like, I'm
Okay.
not like particularly like a super fan like of any of
Right.
those people, but I, you know, like I've
All right, T-Pain.
uh yeah, I have like some T-Pain songs. Hot,
Summer Walker.
hot.
Okay,
That
see.
Control album I really liked.
Okay, period.
Whoa. That's SZA.
Oh shoot.
Summer Walker.
I didn't even pick that up.
Damn. That is SZA. Oh, SZA hot. I don't know if she's on the list. Summer Walker. I don't think I really. I'm gonna say I'm gonna say not, just because I'm not like too.
I don't know, George. You might get canceled, bro.
That's okay.
Summer is good. Summer is really good, but
yeah, I'm sure she is. I just haven't heard enough of her music to.
So on the pod before, me and somebody talked about our favorite artists of all time. So who's your favorite artist of all time? If you had to pick one.
Yeah, see, it's like as of right now, it's definitely someone that you guys haven't heard of. He makes a lot of beats, a lot of the types of beats that I like the chill instrument. His name is Freddie, Freddie Joachim. Like he makes a lot of. That's what I've really been on. I know you guys probably haven't heard of him, but he's produced like tracks for J. Cole and
what's his name
Joey
again?
Badass, Freddie
Joachim.
Okay, well we're gonna have to check Freddie out.
Okay.
Bob Marley's up there too.
And you don't smoke?
I have before. I've not consistently, but yeah.
Okay.
That's your accent. Oh my god.
Because like you just got it might have influenced you to want to finally.
No, I definitely wasn't smoking when I discovered Bob Marley. Like when I really
Okay.
I was in high school. Like I didn't even try weed until
I'm throwing stereotypes out there.
until my freshman year of college. So
Period.
Okay.
Throw George under the bus like that. Don't be trying to throw George under the bus.
Ain't nothing wrong with a little weed.
Yeah, nothing wrong with it.
That's what all the kids say.
So we got through Hot or Not. You might get canceled. I don't know.
Right.
But
hey, they hate me because of Beyonce, so it is what it is.
You don't like Beyonce?
I ain't never said that. The people think I said that. I never said that.
So you do like Beyonce?
I love Beyonce. She's great.
Okay.
so now that we've gotten a little taste of your music type, would you like to put us onto something by Freddie before we close up music? Or somebody else? Give him a shout out.
Let me look at my Spotify real quick.
Heard.
You guys use Spotify or Apple Music?
Apple Music, but it's cool.
I'm sure you can find it on another platform. YouTube.
Oh, okay. So have you guys ever seen the it's called The Colors Show on YouTube?
No.
And it's
oh yes, I know you're talking about the performance.
A bunch of artists that they have like the colorful background.
Yeah, I like that show.
And it's a bunch of artists, and they go on and do one song. And it's so me and my roommate kind of discovered those recently, and we got put on a lot of artists that I've never heard of before. They're like actually like amazing. And one of them, her name is Anais. I think that's how you pronounce it. Anaiis. She's got a song called Chuu, Chuu. That's a new artist that I.
She gotta be international. Okay.
Nah, I think she's black.
No, she just a nigga.
Yeah.
Samaya. Oh my god.
Okay, yeah.
So I
feel like I seen her on TikTok.
You guys should definitely check those videos out on YouTube.
Okay.
I came across a lot of new artists on that are like actually really, really, really good.
Do you watch Tiny Desk?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
But I feel like a lot of the artists that go on there are pretty known to an extent. Like there's a lot of artists on there that like never heard of, and like hundreds of them that are really great. So I definitely recommend check out Color Show on YouTube.
Okay, well thank you for that one. Now we here to get serious, get into the nitty gritty. We want the people to get to know you a little bit and your mental health. So how you been? Let me get a checkup.
As of late,
yeah,
amazing.
Okay,
my mental health is probably the best it's ever been past. I mean, not like I'm not someone to get depressed often at all. It's only happened once. Um, but yeah, I've been great.
That's great.
Do you
I'm
think
glad.
do you think magic has helped you with that? Like, do you think it makes you happier or
Yeah, magic is my
passion?
ultimate passion. That whenever I perform, I'm always very very happy. Matter of fact, the one time that I did go through a state of depression was magic related. I This happened in June 2020. So pandemic and March happened, so I went home. And since I started performing, and I've had my videographer, at this point, like by June 2020, started filming footage like late 2017. So between late 2017 and June 2020, we had gotten thousands and thousands and thousands of hours of footage. And I always kept everything on this external hard drive. And one day I can't remember where I was going. I think I was going to meet up with someone, and I was kind of late, so I was kind of in a rush, and I was putting stuff in my car. And for some reason, like, how like when you're in a rush doing things and like you like pick up something and then like you go and do something, you got that thing that you picked up that you didn't even mean to like have on you type of thing. Like I had just accidentally brought my hard drive like out of my house, which I like never do. Like
Yeah.
I keep it there, but I was like in a rush, and I was trying to get wherever, and I picked up my hard drive at some point, and I just like went out the house with it.
Dropped it.
No.
You lost it.
So what I did, I put it
We
I
tryna
put it
figure
on
it
top
out.
of my car.
Wow.
While I was
Wow.
putting stuff like in, I was like, all right, let me just put this here and let me put this in here. and putting stuff in my car. Forgot I left it on my car. Got in my car, drove off. And I didn't realize what had happened until the next day when I looked for it. And I'm like, where's my hard drive? And then I thought about that. And I realized what had happened. And it was like my whole world just came crashing down on me, because that hard drive was the source of my happiness. Just watching, all the footage that I had accumulated. And so, of course, when I realized it, I was thinking about like the route that I drove. So my dad lives in a subdivision. So I like walked like all up and down the street, like the route that I drove. And, when you get out the subdivision, you turn onto this very big, busy street. It's called Jefferson. And Jefferson is a very big street, goes down for miles and miles and miles. So I was walking up and down Jefferson for hours, like looking on the side of the street, trying to find this drive. But, and I had put posters in my subdivision my dad lives in, around like on mailboxes and stuff, but I had lost it. And that put me in a very, 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 very deep state of depression. And like I said, I didn't think I could ever really be depressed, but it makes sense that the thing that would make me super depressed is the loss of something that brings me so much joy and happiness. So that was a depression I didn't get out of until it didn't start lightening up until December. Now I was doing things that kind of took my mind away from it in between, like started like trying to film this YouTube series that I was working on, and that was kind of like, so we were like going to people's houses, like filming that, performing at people's homes and stuff, so that kind of distracted me from it. But when like that second wave of COVID hit, or COVID started ramping back up again in like September, October, and then we couldn't do that, and I had lost all my virtual, so I started doing virtual shows too. When the pandemic began, but when like COVID started ramping back up, it was like September, October, and then we couldn't like shoot for the YouTube series anymore. That's when it like really set in. Like September, October, November, I was in the worst like state of mind ever. I was so depressed, and that was like something I'll never forget. It was a big lesson. Now I've got multiple backups. I've got my stuff backed up in the cloud, so it's like even if I did lose a physical drive again, like I'd still have everything. But I'm grateful for it because, now I've got like a lot more valuable footage that would be 50 times worse if I were to lose. So I'm thankful that that happened when it did. But that was a really, really tough time for me. I was, I was bad.
So, do you feel as if that state of mind was inflicted, or there was no way um, to not go through that state of mind?
You mean like?
So, like you losing the hard drive and not being able to find it sent you into a state of depression. Do you? When I say inflicted, I'm meaning like, did you send yourself into it, or by allowing that to get to the? Because some people will say like, depression is not real. You're the reason why you're depressed. All you have to do is just not be depressed. Is it just that easy to do so?
No, I mean I understand why. I think I understand why people say that in the sense of like, you can control if you don't get sad about certain things type of, but I don't think it's that
I feel like people
straightforward.
that say that have never experienced like real depression before. Because if you did, like you would understand like the psyche behind it. It's not if I wanted to get up and put my clothes on, I would. But can I physically do it? Like mentally I can't. So, like I don't think people understand that. Like sometimes like okay, some people don't have the ability to say, okay, let me go get help. Some people just literally their life is crashing down and it's just like, I don't feel like doing anything. And they may not have somebody there to help them pick up the pieces. So you have to learn how to pick it up on yourself. So those resources, you have to go and seek out the resources. And I think it's 10 times harder to go and seek out resources when it's just you by yourself. You don't have nobody to talk to. So I feel like people that say that have never really like experienced a true depression because some people get into a funk and they really can't. It don't matter what it is. Like lost their dog. Like it could sound so simple to you, but like you don't know how it affected that person. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
How does depression look on you? So what are some physical things that if I am around you enough, I'll see you doing that because I've experienced you being depressed before. And so physically, if you were experiencing it again, I might be able to pick up on it because physically this is what you do when you're depressed.
Yeah, for me, um, lack of appetite. Um, wasn't smiling much, like ever. um, I think for me it was a lot like in my head. Like it was how do I explain it? I would it was very hard for me to get out of bed. Um, like I was when I was I think so September, October, November, I was in the dorms at Dominican and I would go to sleep and wake up and it would be super, super hard for me to like get out of bed and like go to class and like, like it was really, really tough. And I would constantly think about it.
beating yourself up about it.
Yeah, really beating myself up about it and thinking about all the possibilities if I had it, like, oh, if I had my hard drive, like, I could be making this video or I could like, I could be putting a lot of stuff out on TikTok or like the what ifs.
Yeah.
But in terms of like physical, like, I wasn't eating a lot. It was very tough to get out of bed. I wasn't smiling much. But a lot of it was also like in my head. Like I was very in my head about it. That
Now,
makes sense.
For someone that's listening or watching on YouTube, they might hear you say like, I was depressed because I lost my hard drive. And then they hear you say like, I was telling myself a bunch of what ifs because I don't have it. Someone could hear that and be like, let's just go buy another one. I'm serious. Like, I'm serious.
Yeah.
Somebody will hear you and listen to your story and say, we'll just go buy another one.
Well, for that somebody, you can't replace the thousands of hours of footage that was on it. Like, that's what it...
That's the part that hurts.
Yeah, because if I had all that in the cloud and I lost my hard drive, it's like, okay, like, go get another one, put it on the cloud back, and boom,
Yeah.
But it wasn't the hard drive, the physical hard drive. It was all the memories that were on it.
Yeah.
And all the stuff that, could have, furthered my career with all the great video footage, and
Mm-hmm.
so it wasn't the physical drive itself; it was what was on it
Mm-hmm.
that can't be replaced.
Yeah.
Did you receive like treatment? Did you go to therapy, or was it kind of like something you just kind of worked yourself out of on
Yeah,
your own?
it was just something I kind of worked myself out of. I think I started feeling a lot better when I started, um, getting like even better footage, like getting a lot. So since that's happened, I've gotten a lot more footage than I even had at that point, and it's a lot better. Like I'm a way better magician than I was 2 years ago. Um, I have a lot better equipment now, and
Mm-hmm.
so it's like the quality of it is a lot of the footage I have now is way better than it was. So I think once I started kind of regaining, getting more and more, and the quality increased, that's when I started kind of getting out of that funk.
Yeah.
So I want to say by January 2021 is when I was completely out of it.
So timeline wise, how long do you think that state of depression you were in?
So from June 2020, June, July, August, September, October, November, December, about half a year.
Half a year.
But it wasn't cutting super super deep until September, October, November. Those were those 3 core months that I was terrible.
Do you think environmental factors can play into the severity of depression?
Absolutely, because if I wasn't in the dorms too, like I was cooped up in the dorms,
in the
like,
dorms.
Had all these restrictions with COVID and whatnot. I think that also played a factor. Matter of fact, after I went home for Christmas break, so December comes along, I kind of had gotten out of it. Like I didn't go back to school until physically back to school until February, I believe. And one of my thoughts was like, I spent so much time depressed in these dorms. Like I had the fear that just being in the dorms again would like
take you back to
something
it,
or like make me. Fortunately, that wasn't the case, and I was completely out of it. I was fine.
Yeah.
But yes, I would definitely say environmental factors can play.
I love that you said like the place where you felt your lowest, you were hesitant to go back to it because of how that could probably take you back to where you didn't want to go to.
Yeah, I was actually terrified to go back to school, and that's why I didn't. That's why it took me a couple months to even physically go back, because I was like, I'm scared to be in this dorm and feel depressed again. Like, that's a feeling I never want to feel.
Yeah,
like, I didn't, because like I said, I've never been one to be depressed, so I never really understood the severity of it, and how exactly that feels until it happened to me. So it's definitely something I pray I never feel again, but I definitely feel for anyone who is depressed, because now I know how that feels and how crippling that is.
Now, who was your support system during that time? Did you have any?
Yeah. My mom. Well, like with my mom, it was like she got depressed because I was depressed, type of thing. But she was trying to, help me through it. So I mean, I'd say my mom, my stepdad. That's something I noticed when I was depressed. I'm in a sense an introvert, which sounds weird because like, oh, you're a magician, you public, outside of performing, I'm not the most social. Like when I'm performing, kind of brings that out of me, but outside of that, I'm very to myself. I've got a very small group of close friends like that I consistently talk to. Like, keeping my circle is very, very small. And so that was something that I noticed when I was super depressed. I was constantly like reaching out to people. Like I would call my stepdad a lot. I would call my mom a lot because I didn't want to be alone in my thoughts, like in my head. And that was something I noticed. Like, wow, like I'm really making an effort to try and talk to other people. So that was, but it was my mom. It was mainly my mom and stepdad. My Yeah. My mom and stepdad were like the main ones. So they were kind of helping me with it, and a couple of my close friends.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
I think that's something, I asked that question because I think a lot of people would like to know how to be of support to someone that is going through something that they're currently not going through. Like, if I'm happy, going around you, I might not be happy. So how can I still be a support while also not bringing myself down?
Yeah.
So, like, I don't want to be what your mom was. I want to still be happy, but still helping my friend.
Yeah.
Do you have any tips or advice on how that could go? How that person could still be a support for some, like, just for you, because everyone's different when they're in the funk.
Yeah, it's hard to. That's a tough question. And obviously it varies for different people.
Yeah.
But I guess for me, like, I guess as simple as just checking up, here and there.
Mm-hmm.
There was nothing that anyone could really do to snap me out of it except find my hard drive.
Yeah.
Which was, very unlikely. Like, I prayed every night that somebody would reach out to me saying that they found it.
Mm-hmm.
So, in something like that, there's not really anything you can do to, like, instantly make things better. But I guess for me, just, checking up once in a while and, offering any support that they can. Like, it's difficult when you're in that headspace.
Mm-hmm.
It just feels like, nothing. Like, it was so bad for me. Like, it wasn't like I was suicidal or anything, but I was in the mindset where it was like, okay, like, if this were to happen, or if I got hit by a car, like, I would be okay with that. Like, I would be okay with my life ending right now, because that's how, not that I wanted to, but, let's say, like, something like that happened, I would be complacent with that.
Yeah.
Which was, like, terrible now that I think about it.
Yeah.
But that's just how, deep that affected me.
Yeah.
So going back to the original question, it varies for people. For me, like, maybe just checking in once in a while. Not really much people could do to help me at that point. So.
Okay. So I have to ask this question for the sake of our podcast and also for me. You are a male.
Mm-hmm.
Do you identify as Black?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're a Black male.
Yeah.
You have to ask that question. Some people
don't.
Black? Okay, so you're a Black male, and you just openly talked about your experience with depression.
Mm-hmm.
How did that make you feel to actually talk about your feelings, what you went through, publicly?
It felt good because, maybe there's people listening that are depressed and, want to hear, like, how, other people's experience of it. I've always, like, been pretty open talking about it. It doesn't bother me to.
You shouldn't have said that, George. You were supposed to be macho, man. You're not supposed to talk about your feelings.
I'm not macho man at all.
As you shouldn't be. You shouldn't be.
Never have been, never will be.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I've always been open and talking about it. I've mentioned it on a couple other podcasts I've been on. So, it feels good, yeah.
Okay. Well, I asked that because if you watch a lot of podcasts or just any media where you have men that speak about mental health, I don't do that. I don't talk about that. Or the person ain't gonna receive me well. I ain't gonna be listened to. Have you ever had a moment where you did voice or express yourself and the audience did not appreciate or listen to you? You didn't feel heard?
No, I don't think so. I mean, I guess I understand why men feel that way, but they shouldn't. I feel like it's important to talk about. So, yeah, I've never had a problem with it.
Well,
not congratulations.
I was going to say congratulations, but I didn't know if I should. Well, I'm glad we were able to have you on to talk about that because we don't really have as. You're the first male to come on the show. You're the second guest.
Oh, okay.
But I don't know how many men we can get to come and actually get to the mental health sector and really give us what we want. So I'm appreciative of you to.
If that never happened to me, I probably wouldn't have much to contribute.
So going through things give you you feel like that adds substance to you, or would you rather not even experience trauma, I suppose?
I mean, I don't think anybody wants to experience trauma.
Yeah.
But I am grateful that it happened because it was a learning lesson. And I don't know if I would have learned that lesson if that didn't happen. And like I said, if something like that were to happen now, it would be 50 times worse because I've got, all this invaluable footage now that would just hurt a lot worse to lose. But I'm grateful it happened, and I like that I can now sympathize with others that are feeling the same thing because I've had that personal experience with it. So yeah, I don't want any trauma to happen.
Yeah.
But I'm someone who tries to look at the positives in every situation.
Yeah.
Which it can be hard to do.
Somebody's so bald head. It's ridiculous. Like
we got this thing called turning a negative into a positive. That's our thing.
Okay.
So I'm glad you said that.
Yeah.
Irritating.
Hidden slogans, man.
Well, you gave us the mental health.
Yeah.
So with you experiencing what you went through, if you could give somebody advice or drop a gem, what would your gem be for somebody, a male particularly, who's struggling with mental health?
Gem. See, now I feel pressure to make it something good and something impactful. I mean, I guess I don't know. I feel like it's different for me now because I'm not anywhere near depressed right now, and so my first thought was to say, something kind of similar to what I just said about trying to look at the positives in the situation. But when you're depressed, like I wasn't looking at the positives until after I wasn't depressed anymore.
Yeah.
So it's hard to come up with something that I feel like a depressed person would resonate with. Yeah. Just because your mindset is just so
not there.
Not
nowhere near it.
Like positive anything.
Yeah.
So honestly, nothing comes to mind right now.
So
I don't want to just say some BS answer like, it'll get better. Look at the positive. Like I would want to give something that actually might help a depressed person.
So they're fucked.
Not so they're fucked. Are you kidding me?
Lizzie said that.
Are you kidding me?
So yeah, man.
You're not
well, honestly, that's what it was for me.
That's what it feels like.
Anymore, until I started, getting good footage. But yeah, that's what it feels like until you're not.
Okay, so I guess we can say like, who the hell is that? Oh my gosh.
Oh my God.
So listen, somebody has told me I look like that man at least once a week for the past year.
You look just like him. Why Jada back there?
At least
supposed to be moderating the podcast and she's Google searching who the fuck this man's look like.
She's like, what is this man's name?
Like I've gotten that, no exaggeration, at least once a week for the past year. Like ever since when Insecure started really popping, that's when it began. Like somebody came up to me thinking I was him before.
Yeah, wow. And did you take a photo and charge them some money?
No.
And you should have.
That's crazy. He commented on one of my posts before, J. Ellis.
Really?
Yeah. Said good work.
Is that what he said?
He said basically like what you like. This is good.
Oh, period.
I want to perform for him one day just to like.
We heard it here first. We heard it here first.
J. Ellis, hit my boy up.
Period.
You feel me?
Just for that, because I'm not surprised you put that picture up.
Period.
So before we close out, I wanted to ask. So we have this podcast. So in a sense, we are entrepreneurs. You're an entrepreneur.
She a motherfucking entrepreneur.
Okay, so we're all entrepreneurs, right? What are some tips that you would give entrepreneurs that, and it doesn't have to do with magic, but just the whole journey of just being a young entrepreneur, especially in this like time of like social media being very important?
Yeah, I mean, I think the number one overall thing is to believe in yourself and not give up on yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Entrepreneurship is a very difficult journey to go down for sure. Especially as me wanting to do something as unorthodox as pursuing magic professionally. Like, it's been so many, a lot of ups, a lot of downs, and I think the one thing that I kept constantly telling myself is to not give up, and trying to keep that belief that I can achieve the goals that I want to achieve. And it's a long process. It took me 4 years to even make it a full-time thing.
Yeah.
So I think for me, it's as cliche as it sounds, like, to not give up, like, believe in yourself. Like, that's so important. Like, believing in yourself, because like other people could believe in you, but if you don't believe in yourself, like you, it's over with. So I think that's really, really, really big for me. Believing in yourself, and yeah.
Wasn't it?
I'm cracking up.
So you watched the podcast. What is something that you feel like we could do to bring it up a notch?
I don't know. I mean, I've been following. You guys have been like doing. I mean, you just started practically.
Yeah, we just started.
And I feel like you guys are like killing it.
Okay.
Like,
from
what I've seen,
that's not the first time I heard it either.
Really?
Yeah. A lot of people say like, "Oh,
y'all are like the thing that I struggled with. You guys are already like doing great with is the consistency. Like, you guys are. You already got like what 9, 10. This is the 10th episode.
This is the 10th one.
You got all your stuff on YouTube and everything. So I feel like that's. I don't know if I have anything for you right now.
No, that's a milestone. Statistics will show that about 20% of podcasts only make it to the first episode. After that, they're done, and then the rest of them, the median life span of a podcast is like 6 months, and so we're at like 2 months now. So we got 4 more months to see before I kick her off.
I mean,
I don't know. I truthfully believe like this year it could really blow up. I think you guys have the ideas for it and the personality for it, and the jack of all trades here.
Period, because she do everything.
Graphic design, and you got the professional equipment, and so I don't know. I don't have anything for you guys right now. You guys are killing it, in my opinion. My honest opinion. Like,
appreciate that.
Like, trying to say something for the camera. Like, I truthfully believe that.
He gonna get off camera, man. Fuck that.
Well, I appreciate that.
So I would just say keep doing what you're doing. Yeah, you guys are on TikTok and everything too.
Yeah, we got to do something together. We got to steal some of your fans, some of your TikTokers.
Yeah, I got.
Not some of your TikTokers.
Maybe you could do a magic trick and we'll be in the back doing the dance. But okay, so we appreciate you coming on. We want to have more guests. So who's somebody that you would like to see on the show?
Like somebody I know?
Yeah. So anybody, somebody you know, don't know, somebody you think that'll come and actually give us a great episode. Who you think?
Go ahead.
I recommend Kyle Hayes.
Cal Hayes.
Cal Hayes, okay with this. You said Cal Hayes, well, you gotta help us get Cal Hayes on the show then.
Oh, it's easy. I can call him right now.
All right. Well, that's episode 10.
Wait,
okay, my bad.
George, you gotta give them your socials so they can follow you on social media.
Oh,
yeah.
GS Magic on Instagram, GS Magic 313, Twitter and TikTok. I'm gonna try and get GS Magic for those. But GS Magic 313, Twitter and TikTok. George Stanton Magic, Facebook, YouTube, GeorgeStantonMagic.com, my website. Yeah, That's everything, right?
Okay.
Period.
I'll put it in the YouTube description too.
Oh, yeah.
Period.
Yes.
Can we do one more?
What?
Magic trick.
Another magic trick?
Before we close, one more.
All right, we got some time. One more.
You
got something for us?
Come on, George. Give us a little song. Give us a little razzle dazzle to close out.
You said some razzle dazzle.
Some razzle dazzle.
Make Lizzie float, because I feel like I saw you do that before. You made somebody float, right?
I did not make anyone float.
George, you supposed to say yeah.
that was probably me. I forgot that I'll be doing magic.
When y'all was practicing in his room, right?
No, I made somebody float. He doesn't know how to do that yet.
Oh, okay. Got it. Got it.
Do you want to do this or Tamaya?
Go ahead, T.
I guess.
So this is the same deck that we were using, but make sure that they are still different.
Okay.
Look okay?
Mm.
They look okay?
Mm.
So, are you right-handed or left-handed?
Right.
Right? So, Tamaya, do me a favor. Can you take the deck? And can you cut a portion from the top into my hand?
Here we go.
However much you want. You can put the rest on top. You said you're right-handed. You're going to reach in with your right hand, and can you grab a group of, we'll say 5 cards, all at the same time, like a little poker hand from wherever you want. That's 1, 2, 3, 4.
I don't like you giving me my card, but okay.
Okay, I think you got 6, but that's okay. So hold them up to your face so only you can see them.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah, good. And up close so I can't see anything. Good. And if you don't like that group, because I know you've just felt as though I gave you a card, you can change. But it's up to you. Do you want to switch the whole group, or do you want to...
I switched this one. I don't like little cards. Here.
She wants to take the... Okay.
Uh-huh.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay. And if you want to change that group, you can.
It's cool.
Okay. Can you focus on any one of those cards in your hand? Just focus on one.
I got 4 eyes, so I'm gonna just look at 2 of them. Okay.
Do you have one in mind?
Yeah.
You agree? I don't know.
You probably shouldn't.
You agree Lizzie doesn't know?
No.
But you do have one in mind.
Yeah.
Can you take it and can you maybe put it behind your back? You can put all of them behind your back. Yeah. And like mix them behind your back if you can. Great. And can you repeat after me? Ace 2 3.
Ace 2 3.
4 5 6.
4 5 6.
7 8 9 10.
7 8 9 10.
Jack Queen King.
Jack Queen King.
Can you hold them up to your face so only you can see them? You're gonna focus on the card that you've been focused on and repeat after me. Clubs, hearts, spades, diamonds.
Clubs, hearts, spades, diamonds.
One more time. Clubs, hearts, spades, diamonds.
Clubs, hearts, spades, diamonds.
Is this a red card you have in mind?
Yes.
Yeah. Do me a favor. Get rid of the 6 of spades. Put it face up in my hand. That's not the card you have in mind.
Wait, say it again?
Get rid of the 6 of spades. You can put it face up in my hand. That's not the card you have in mind. Good. 5 of spades. Drop it. That's not it either. Good. King of clubs. Get rid of it. Put it face up in my hand. That's not it either. Which should leave 2 cards in your hand. Yes?
Yes.
And one of them you are focused on. Yes?
Yes.
The one you're focused on. This is not a face card.
No.
This is a number. This is a value.
Yes.
Yeah. Get rid of the Jack of Hearts. That's not it either. Which leaves 1 card in your hand. Yes?
Yes.
This is the card you've been focused on?
Yes.
Can you show the camera the 9 of Hearts, your card?
Oh, hell no. George! George!
So, that was a great trick, but I did whisper. I did whisper.
You told him that song?
I did.
Wow. Okay, George. Period. The magic man. You saw him here first.
Well, thank you, George. Thank you.
Great work. Keep it up. Period.
Thank you guys.
That's the episode.
Episode 10. We did it.
Peace out.
Oh, can I say something?
What's up?
This is something that's super, super important to me that I always make a point to say in every podcast that I do. My mantra, as you can call it, is magic unites everybody. Have you ever seen me?
Yeah.
So in 2019, that was summer of 2019 was the summer that I really, really started to get into street magic. And so what I would do after I perform for people is I'd take a group picture with them, and I'd have them hold up my business card, just stuff like for memories and So I think by the end of the summer, I was looking through all the pictures that had been taken, and I was seeing people of all different walks of life, people of different ages and races and religions and sexualities and genders, and I started to realize, like, wow, like, this is the beautiful thing about magic. Like, there is absolutely no barrier or no divide when it comes to magic. And so I was like, all right, I want to make this like a photo series, which I call the photo series Magic Unites Everybody. But since then, it's become like, my mantra. I got a logo made for it that Juan did. Matter of fact, I got it tattooed in UE. And, I have it on my merch and, on the back of this hat and, everything. And so that's the thing that I value most about performing, that I really, really, really enjoy, is being able to interact with so many diverse groups of people through magic. And like, my favorite thing is like when I'm doing street magic and I'm performing for a group of people, and then another group of people that don't know them will come and watch, and now you've got these two people that don't even know each other interacting. And so I always like to make a point of bringing that up. If you search hashtag Magic Unites Everybody on Instagram, all my posts will come up, and that's how you can also
Beautiful.
find me.
Keep doing your shit, George.
Yeah. And since he said that, I feel like we should make a tradition that everybody ended by saying our mantra. So, George, take it away. What's the slogan?
Oh. Should I say it like her?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Exactly.
Just watch the damn podcast.
That's the episode. Thank you.
Thank y'all. Just watch the damn podcast.